Hey guys, I may be stupid, and by stupid I mean media illiterate, as you've seen in the title or thumbnail. Let me explain. So, I watched Stranger Things recently, and I went into it with one specific thing in mind: Byler, which, for those uninformed, is the ship between Will Byers and Mike Wheeler. I had been recommended the show by a byler truther friend, so everything I knew beforehand about the show from her would have been obviously skewed to be pro byler. I had also seen two video essays that had fascinated me: the queercoding and internalized homophobia of Mike Wheeler, and a lawyer's evidence that Mike and Will become a gay romantic pair in Stranger Things, both of which I wanted to watch, especially the lawyer one. The almost 3-hour-long video of an actual lawyer pleading for the case of two fictional boys being in love was genuinely so incredible to me, and I thought, with a video that long, surely byler and its hints would have been something obvious and consistent, right? And disclaimer, I am not trying to start a ship war. Even if you think byler is not going to happen, you have to admit that for such long videos to exist, there would have to be something in the text that could be used to support the byler theory. Now, I watched the entirety of Stranger Things within 3 to 4 days, with the concept of byler in mind the whole time. The way my friend had told me about byler had compelled me. The video essays I had seen about byler were long, thus I was on the pro-byler side before I even started the show. This meant that I observed every Will and Mike interaction with the bias that they had more than friends' feelings towards each other. And yet, when I finished all 4 seasons, I came away unconvinced. Not negatively about byler as a pairing, but I thought everyone insisting byler has to be canon, it's all there, may have been a little bit too enthusiastic. Sure, I could see why they made a good ship, and why they would be a great relationship to be made canon, but I could not agree with pro-byler's apparent firm belief that 1. Mike was coded to be queer and had internalized homophobia, or 2. Byler was set up from the very beginning. Apparently I'd missed everything that wasn't said directly to my face, at least. I watched both of those previously mentioned video essays and was genuinely dumbfounded at how dense/blind/media illiterate I was. The most egregious example might even stray from the realm of media literacy and instead could just be because I'm plain stupid, but there's a shot with Mike, Will, and Eleven that is an exact parallel to a previous scene in the same episode. In both shots, there is a couple in the foreground, faces close together, and a character in the background who was queer and has feelings for the character on the right. The character on the right in the first shot, Vicky, is set up for a romance with the character in the background, Robin, near the end of the season. This parallel shot could imply that Mike will be returning Will's feelings somewhere down the line. I hadn't noticed this parallel at all while watching the actual episode, but I did notice the shot with Will, Mike, and Elle. In fact, I had taken a photo on my screen and sent it to my friend, highlighting the way Will was standing and laughing at him because he looked kind of stupid. Apparently, that was all I'd noticed. My friend had to point out the parallel shot to me after I sent her that picture. Another significant parallel or juxtaposition that I missed was Mike's canon girlfriend, Eleven, breaking up with Mike compared to Will, Mike's best friend, breaking up with him. Apparently, these breakups were meant to force the audience to compare Mike's feelings towards both of them, which, that was news to me. I didn't know that. I had compared nothing when watching. I very much enjoyed the show. Could not tell you a single thing about it beyond the surface level of what happened. I could not tell you its themes, its character arcs, etc. For Stranger Things specifically, this might be partially due to how I binged everything in a few days. However, I think this has been a problem with possibly all the media I consume, and byler has just been my tipping point. I cannot identify themes, character arcs, basically all subtext. Cannot read subtext for the life of me. That's not to say I'm completely ignorant of it. Typically, I'll find someone else discussing subtext, and I'll nod along and agree and retroactively think about how it applies to the story. But I just can't seem to organically come up with conclusions like this on my own. Everywhere now, I see people talking about how media literacy is dead, and everyone's dunking on people with bad takes and opinions and bad takeaways from media, but no one's saying how we can fix it. Maybe you'll watch this video and scoff, thinking this generation is so cooked, they even have to make a video asking for help instead of doing their own research. But I've tried! Every result that comes up when I search media literacy is, again, about its death or how to spot fake news, which, not exactly what I'm looking for here. Other advice, like just think about the stuff you're consuming, is not helpful. Advice like read more, watch more, listen more. I used to be an advanced reader when I was younger, and I read way more than my peers. And I can confidently say that it did absolutely nothing to help. Tell me to pay attention in class, but apparently I have. English was one of my best subjects last year. In fact, out of all of my assignments, the worst grade I got was for creative writing. All the others were about analyzing text. What I need is a starting point, resources to read, questions to ask, ideas to keep in mind while consuming. What am I supposed to be thinking about? And how am I supposed to go about it? This generation is cooked, you say. Okay, I get that. But I am sitting in the frying pan and I'm asking how to get out. People have no media literacy these days, so how do we fix that? I don't want to be like this. I want to be able to identify themes and messages in ideology. I want to be able to spot character arcs and subtext and coding. I want to be the type of person that can make hour-long videos analyzing pieces of media. I may be stupid. Please help me not be.